For the longest time, I was not into anything that involved contact. I was never into any contact sport. I grew up playing basketball. I did a few things with martial arts here and there, but it was never really hardcore sparring or hardcore contact. In fact, realizing all of this now, the martial art which I enjoyed the most was capoeira, which is a Brazilian martial arts that involved music and rhythm and instruments and acrobatics, right? But there's a kicking and there's all these movements, these fluid movements, but it was a non-contact martial art. Now what happened, why I got into boxing, my daughter was born. Something clicked inside of me where I went, I need to learn how to protect and defend. There were a lot of times probably I was insecure about my masculinity growing up, and I wasn't able to show up for myself and for others. But that changed when Meluna was born. A fire in my belly appeared, and I remember walking into a boxing studio and I went, look, hey, do you do private sessions? Can I book in? And that's how my boxing started. As a new father, I need to know how to protect her, protect my family, protect myself, to show up for all of us, but just to be prepared and just to have that confidence that if a situation arises, I can defend myself, I can defend my family, I can defend my loved ones. Because I really enjoy boxing now, yeah? I go once a week, twice a week without fail. And started sparring as well. And it took me a while to really get used to getting hit because I don't know, I was just never into anything contact before. So it took me a while to get used to feeling I'm getting hit. And it's actually funny now because my trainer says when I get hit, I actually move forward, right? I actually go into the, I instead of backing away, and when I get hit, I actually, it fires something up and I, go into the session a bit more, right? I go into my opponent a bit more, right? I lean into it. But it's taken me a while to get there, and I'm not, I'm very much a novice in boxing and learning the basics and learning all of that. But I'm just enjoying the journey. But I really enjoy it. But yeah, I just sharing to you like how something that I never thought of doing changed instantly when my kids were born, yeah, and this protective instinct came out inside of me. And I think with anything in life, it's about having the balance, yeah. There's a softness in meditation and breath work and doing all the healing work, but you need to have the courage and the confidence and the strength to be able to protect yourself and others if the situation ever arises. Yeah, so that balance is important. I know there's been a lot recently of how there's a lot of talk about being passive and rolling with the, taking the punches as they come. But, and I'm going to fuck this up, but even Jordan Peterson said something about having, being strong or is having the strength, knowing you have the strength inside, but knowing when to use it. That's inner strength. Yeah. So obviously you don't want to get into fights willy-nilly or just like that, but it's having that balance between soft and a bit of hardness, if you want to call it. Yeah. In having, I think it's important to have that inner strength, that courage, that confidence that comes with being able to know that you can physically take care of the people around you. So I think the balance is key here. Yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on that, because there are people out there who are just focusing on being super hard, but have forgotten the softer, subtler side of their psyche. And there are people who are maybe on the edge where they're just too soft and too passive, and I think that can even lead to more harm than good, and they can get rolled over, and they can be taken advantage of. And I think it's important to have that balance. I'd love to know what you think. Well, if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It will really help the channel out a lot.